All right. I want to teach you a valuable lesson today. Values influence every aspect of your life, from the smallest decisions of, which clothes to buy, whose company you want to keep, who you look up to, and who influences you. Your deepest beliefs and values drive your daily behavior. So it's always important to review and remind yourself of what you value in life. Because sometimes we can get so caught up in doing things that are really not that important to us, right? I'm pretty sure that there's some people that do things in life for the finances, fame, or status, and they start to realize that's not what they want to do, and then they maybe have a midlife crisis. So understanding our values or our beliefs can influence our every aspect, from our moral judgments to who to marry, what your commitments and priorities are, the day-to-day decisions you have to make every day. Because, again, your deepest values and beliefs drive your daily behavior. They set the tone for, many of these important choices you have to make. So sometimes consciously and sometimes not, right? And things that run counter to our value system, whether it being people, race, gender, sex, ethnic, right? They see a lower priority and consideration because, believe it or not, we're more inclined to give better attention to those, who have the same values as us, right? So, for example, when we engage with tasks or individuals in a work setting that don't align with what we value, there can sometimes be an issue or a disconnect with, the other people performing with this sense of compliance rather than this sense of commitment, right? Because values constitute your bottom line. They influence your decision-making process, which affects your behavior, right? So why is it important to reflect and review upon your values, and why are values so important? Values guide individuals, companies, and countries in finding purpose and meaning and direction in times of chaos and instability, right? Because when we become unstable, we can look to our values when we get distracted by these parties, these social events going on. It could really anchor us, having values, right? And despite all these kind of things going around that may distract us, values like discipline, hard work, and sacrifice are essential to us to survive and protect our long-term goals, right? Our future career goals. So having strong values can help us guide us to stability when our thinking gets clouded by these short-term distractions, right? Look at successful companies or even religion, let's say, right? These entities abide by strong value or belief systems. So I read this in a Harvard Business Review, and the article goes something like this. So it says, strong values have the ability to change one's environment for the better. One of the most resilient and strong organizations in the world has been the Catholic Church, which has survived wars, corruption, and schism for more than 2,000 years, thanks largely to its immutable set of values, right? So many successful companies have their corporate responsibilities driven by these strong values and beliefs. And some of them even, they give you this manual and they kind of preach to it like a Bible, right? Because some of their core beliefs, they kind of take it religiously. Because to perform effectively, you must have this conviction in what you value. And when you start to learn and understand what your values are, you can also start finding your own voice, right? As a result, you'll be able to take charge of your life rather than impersonating or copying others. If you're unable to find your voice, you'll end up copying or using someone else's voice, right? And to find your, own voice, you have to explore who you are. You have to, dive deep into what you kind of care about, what defines you, and what kind of makes you who you are. So having identified your values and finding your voice will, enable you to make decisions and act confidently without impersonating others. So in order to become an effective performer at whatever you do, like sports or work, you have to fully kind of comprehend and be honest with who you are. So here's an exercise. Write 3 or 5 values to describe who you are, and just take your time to think and reflect, because like I said, it's all about deliberation, right? But here's my values, right? So my values are quality over quantity. I would rather have one expensive jacket that lasts me for 5 to 7 years than buy 5 cheap ones that last me for like 3 years. I like punctuality is my other one, a trait that I'm proud of. I value time, and I love it when people are on time and earlier. It just shows a lot from, they respect the value of time. And the third one is open mind and communication, right? So being open-minded and transparent are invaluable for learning, because being open-minded and transparent means a lot of things, right? It means putting your honest thoughts right on the table, despite your ego, right? Having thoughtful disagreements too as well, which is having these healthy discussions and understanding other people's views and being open to them, right? Instead of just kind of always forcing your view. And this is good. It promotes change, and sometimes, change is good, right? So there you go. I hope you like this video. Subscribe if you haven't. Give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Ciao.